Hey, what's going on? Today I'm doing some springs. This is a 2008 Toyota Sienna, same from 2004 to 2010 for everything. I'm not sure about the suspension setup, and I'm sure the all-wheel drive is a little bit different. So, to get the springs out, there's going to be one bolt, well, one nut, I should say, down here. I already got it out. Pretty easy, just right there. So next step would be supporting right here with the jack. Let's get that. I got jack here. Hope you can see that. So I'm just going to take just slightly move it, and then I should be able to get a pry bar in there. And should have brought it. Finally got a real pry bar. There we go. Okay, right there. It's gonna be a washer. And then you have the shock off. Oh, now you're going to have to push that. It's not hard. There. Now it's off. Okay, I'm going to release this side. Actually, before you release, please pay attention to this. So there's a flex line here, about at the pivot point, so it's not going to pull on that. But this guy, I'm almost sure it's going to break the ABS sensor wire. So there's a 12mm bolt down in here, or a 10mm. So maybe work it back and forth. Hold this so it doesn't whip around. Okay, so it's threaded on the bracket. I'll get it out and show you. You just stick around and skip a little. Okay, this is going to be better with the ratchet, so I can't. There we go. I think I could get it by hand now. So close. So this is what we're looking at. Yeah, this goes through metal. You'll see it. Down there. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll be upgrading my camera equipment eventually. So now I'm gonna, just for some extra safety, there's another 10mm bolt right up here. See if I can get you some light instead of blinding you. There. Yeah, so I just took off this bracket. 10mm nut goes into that. I took off the 19mm, I have it jacked up and supported. Going back and forth a little bit to kind of work it free, just make sure it's not going to snap, at least maybe make it a little bit. back to the spring. Okay, now I'm going to let this guy down really slowly. Cool, that's off. Could almost get the spring out already, but I'm going to go to the other side because this beam right here works as a giant sway bar. If this wheel gets pushed down, the other wheel does too. So I'm going to be putting both the springs in at the same time, then jacking it up and putting the shocks on. It's pretty simple, and I'd say this is a pretty beginner job, but I'm gonna watch it till the end and we'll see what I do. Okay, 10 millimeters, ratchet, pry bar. Don't forget about this nut. Alright, that's how you get them out. And okay, so position that. Get the impact. I sprayed it with WD-40 first. You don't need to support it yet. Stupid impact. I'm just going to leave that nut. So I've got the washer here. And then get that supported. Just barely. Like nothing at all. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. Wow. These aren't seized. They don't need a prying. Okay. Don't forget. There's one here. And one here. Nope, is that right? Nice. My carelessness will cost me one day. Nice hammer. The hardest part of this job is probably getting this 10 millimeter bolt out without snapping it. I'm going to take that bracket and just push it, find it against its home. Oh, you can't. Fetter the beams there. No problem. Leave it in the socket. It's the last one I need to take out anyways. There we go. We got a little slack. Let's let that down carefully. I like to go about that slow. I don't know if these springs are just gonna come. Well then, move this jack, maybe that's why. There we go. Take no rubber pad on the top. And just a spring perch on the bottom. So there's a problem. Snap spring. Hope it stays on the top. Okay, I'm just gonna actually pop the new one in and then go pop the old one. How do you pronounce this? I have no idea. Lesjoffors. There's a new spring. It's a little bit different front to top. I'll compare it to the old one. What do we have here? So the top seems to have the tightest wind. It's kind of flat at the top, but okay. I'll put the tight wind at the top. If you can find the mark left from the old one, try to put it there. And then the perch is going to have a certain way the spring goes in. Show you here. So, right there, where my finger's pointing, is where that's where the end of the spring goes, right where this hole is. Okay, let's see how easy this goes. So, first, we'll go like this. I feel like if I just got on a creeper and got underneath, it'd be going so easy. Okay, let's try that. And honestly, a bottle jack is easier than a floor jack. You're coming up. Should probably be doing the bottom. Fuck it. Oh, sorry, I swore. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just putting the bottom in. Oh, that's so much easier. Gotta be like in. The other spring just fell on my leg. Oh, go from the top. Oh, rolling down my shin. Okay, fine. You win. Thought this would be a speed record. Alright, I have to... I don't know. This guy should do it. Ah, come on. Use, no, I don't want to use spring compressors. Come on. If I had a hoist, we're done already. God damn. I'm gonna try the, I don't know. Yeah, the bottle jack, I guess. I feel weak. Okay, let's put the bottle jack on an angle here. I'll put the pry bar under it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop recording because this is probably boring. And come back when I get it. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing. Right there, in the middle, I have one side of the clamp. Here's the other side. And I just take a pry bar, and I'm going right under here. And it's moving it a little bit at a time, but don't go too far. This might fall off. You want to keep steady, constant pressure on it. It's starting to go off to the side there. Bam! Okay, so you got that in. Now you just need to rotate the spring till this right here turns around to the other side. Not the. I try to go the opposite way it's pointing. It doesn't seem to spin the other way. Or will it? Oh, it's working. Just go the easiest way. Don't overthink it. And when it gets to its home, it just stops like that. So check the rubber stuff. Okay, let's I'm going to start by jacking up this side with the floor jack, and I'll just use the bottle jack because I hate working in tight spaces with a floor jack. This is the new life. I feel like I'm hanging out with somebody. Oh, the jack doesn't even go. Reach! You're gonna have to. Not a big problem, I just. Whatever. I'm gonna go right under the spring then. Problem with this is it might just lift the van, judging by the force I'm putting in. I don't think that'll happen. It's very possible. The springs will find a new home and make some noises. They were touching the shock now. It's going to be a close one. One more millimeter. There we go. Perfect. You can just put that on right away. Put the whole side together because you got the other spring in. Take your socket, drop it, then that comes out. Two over here, that's not a good habit, but the bolt like. Go a little tighter than that. Here we got some 10 millimeters here. The drill is unfortunately buried in that corner on the other side. There's where the bolt is. Here and here. The rest is self-explanatory. You know, the jack point on these, I want to point this out because I looked it up because it looks weak. But that right there is totally safe to jack on. Right in the center. And then, you know, torque the lug nuts to at least 80 foot-pounds. Probably 100 on this van, actually. 1 second. Look that up. I have the power. Toyota. Oh, nice. next page. Come on, where are you? I think it's in order of year, so should be. There we go. Sienna, 77 foot-pounds. I'm just gonna do 83 or 85 or something. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut the video here. That's a lot of basically raw footage. Hopefully somebody out there likes this. It's a hard times. Content's changing. Don't forget to tighten these. Okay, but have a good one. Thanks for watching my video.